Hey everybody, Spencer here from ConstructorCriticism.com, host of Constructor Criticism and Limited Time Only, two podcasts about getting better at Magic the Gathering. And today I want to talk about something that I feel like I almost don't have a right to talk about, but I just want to be an advocate. So there were some interesting posts in our local Facebook group about women in Magic, and by post I actually mean the comments. And then obviously one of my friends, Chantel, had an interaction where somebody's wearing like a shirt with a topless woman on it at the GP this weekend, and a MTG personality decided to talk about her, and you know, I want to talk about something that's becoming a little bit personal to me, to be honest. Excuse me. So I'm an associate product manager in software development. So I work in the tech industry, and the tech industry, like the Magic world, has a problem with diversity right now. And specifically when it comes to gender diversity. And, you know, there have obviously been weird comments made about that in the tech industry. And I think they kind of mirror the comments that are made in Magic. And I just want to talk about it really quick. So, you know, when you are told your entire life that a certain job or a certain thing isn't for you, the way that women are told that, right? So let's take tech and magic. So your entire life, you are told that the sciences and technology is a job for men and not for women. So what happens is these girls are taught at a young age that this is not the job for them, and so they don't go after it. So that, for starters, decreases the number of women in those type of jobs. And the same thing is true of video games and gaming. You know, the way that it's marketed is for young boys and for men. Early, except for Magic. Magic is changing that, but very early on, that's just how it was done. There was two sides. There was two toy aisles, one for boys and one for girls. And video games were put into the toy aisle for men, or for boys. And so when girls just didn't have that for them. Gaming wasn't a thing that was marketed towards girls. And so there was this subculture where you were told if you were a girl, it wasn't for you. And just like in the tech industry, that causes a barrier to entry. And then once they get there, and this happens in my work, is that they're told that, you know, they're kind of people are mean to them, you know, and so what happens is people are so mean that they leave the industry or they leave Magic, right? This is the same for both. And so what happens, and then once they leave, you know, people will say things like, it wasn't for them. You know, this is clearly why men are better at it, or men do it more, is because women can't handle it. And they never left because they couldn't game, or they never left because they couldn't be in this industry. They left because people were mean to them. And so then confirmation bias kicks in, and people are told, well, hey, you know, I clearly am right. She couldn't handle it. Well, she could handle the game. She could handle the industry. She couldn't handle you being a jerk and thinking the way you're thinking. Because why should she have to? She can go do something else. And I think that, you know, as a man, you know, and to be honest, like a white, you know, cis man, I think it's called cis, you know, I don't have any right to talk. What I do know is the best coder, the best engineer on my team is female at my job. And my job would be so much harder without her. And you know, some of my teammates that I trust the most in Magic are girls. And you have to, there's no barrier to entry that isn't made up by us. And we need to recognize that and appreciate that. You know, my wife, you know, had a winning record at her first Magic tournament, and it was a terrible experience for her. You know, when she won matches, people were mean to her, and it was because she was a girl. They felt like they were losing to a girl and they didn't deserve it. And she doesn't play Magic now. And it's hurtful for me. It sucks for me. I want my wife to enjoy gaming with me, and I want her to have fun, but she doesn't want to go to the store. People look at her, you know, objectifying her, and when she plays, they're mean when they lose to her. And my wife is really smart, and you know, could really enjoy this game, but she doesn't want to because of the way that people act. So I hope that we can realize that we, as a society are the ones creating the problem, and that it's not genetic, or it's nothing to do with your chromosomes. And it really hurts me when I see comments like this, about how they're being too sensitive and they're taking offense when they don't have to. It's just not true. You don't get to decide how somebody takes your words, and empathy is understanding how your words impact others, not what your intent was for the words. And once you have that empathy, then you can have a conversation about intent, right? Once you know how they took what you said, then you can have a conversation about, like, I'm so sorry that you took it this way. Here's what I meant, and I'll do better in the future. And that's a conversation. So, kind of a ranty video, kind of different, but I just want to thank everybody for watching, and I hope that we can grow better as a community. I love you all, and yeah, thanks for watching.